Hey guys, today we're going to talk about flakes and why you need to get used to it. I think this is one of the biggest things I got taught on the forums and within self-improvement when I first started. Because when I first started, I had a lot of success very early when it came to online dating and cold approach. And I think a couple of the guys who I reported it to were a little bit shocked at how quickly I'd found success. Because a lot of guys, they struggle in dating for a while until they actually get any rewards from it. And I just kind of had all of my success at once, which I'm going to talk about in a future video. I'll kind of go over my whole first couple of weeks of day game cold approach. It's a fun time. But then I went into online dating, and again, I just got loads of numbers and loads of leads, and I had a few early successes. Some guy who was kind enough to comment on my thread, and he was like, "Yo, congratulations on all of this, but do be aware, like when girls start flaking on you and your like results change, it's nothing to do with you. It's just the nature of the game." And we've been over on this channel before. It's the nature of the numbers game. Like you've got to approach or talk to a certain number of girls to actually get a certain amount of success back. And part of the failure, like the failure rate, is going to be girls who seem responsive at first, but then flake or disappear on you. I haven't got any rough numbers. I'm not going to pull numbers out of my ass and tell you how often this is going to happen, because it's going to differ to every person. But a sizable chunk of what you consider a lead will not turn into a date. Just be aware of this. Like, this is a completely natural and expected part of the dating process that you will get flaked on, and it will be quite a lot. Especially in the early days when you're not quite as far along, you're not as experienced, you haven't looks maxed, you haven't gained all the social freedom you need. Really, being flaked on is a good thing in the early days because you need to get used to it. It's exactly the same as my time waster video when I said as a newbie you kind of need to get used to it because it happens. The same with flakes. Like you need to get used to being like ghosted on Messenger. You need to be used to ghosted after a date. You need to be used to just in general, like getting a number doesn't mean anything if they might not respond back. This will get better over time because you will improve and the girls will be more interested in like actually meeting up with you. But yeah, in the beginning, this is likely to happen a lot more than later on. And yeah, gaining the mental fortitude to deal with it, huge part of this whole process. So I'm going to give actionable advice on like what you can do to mitigate the feeling and like, I don't know, mitigate when it happens to you, like how to make the best of it. There's two actions you can take when you get flaked on. One of them is to have a backup plan for what you're going to do with your time. So some guys take this a little bit too far. They like double book dates, which is quite extreme. I've never done this, where someone will book a date for like 8 p.m. Friday, and then they'll get another girl and they'll book her for 8 p.m. too, and then they'll decide on the day which one they want to go and see and cancel the other one. I think that's really extreme, and I understand why guys do it. What you could do instead is book like a date in the daytime, like maybe get a coffee with the one you're less keen on, and then have the evening nighttime date with the other girls. You don't have to cancel on one. But I think this comes from guys worrying about flakes and being stood up, so they double book. So like I've got less chance of being flaked on if I've got two options and I just cancel one of them. But yeah, don't do that in my opinion. What I mean by backup plan is have something else to do. Like, so some other project you're working on. I like to have my to-do list, and if I've got a date planned, I'll have less on my to-do list than normal. But I like to have like additional things on my to-do list, which are kind of like, if I get all of my stuff done, I can do this. Well, those like extra tasks, if I get flaked on or a date doesn't show up or stops responding, I will move those extra tasks onto my to-do list for that day. So I have something to be doing. Now, in the beginning, you're going to find it really hard to concentrate on anything else. You're going to be thinking about this date you could have been having. You're going to be thinking about the girl who's just stopped talking to you. It is going to be difficult, but eventually you can make yourself busy and distract yourself from this, and you won't care as much. It does come with experience. You do get better at this mentally. Second thing you need to do is more lead accumulation. You need to be out there looking for the next girl because you've just lost one on a flake. So you really need to be like on to the next one. That's kind of the mindset you need to have, especially with the numbers game. Like you need to have a new supply, if that makes sense. So what I recommend is, fortunately, some of the best times to boost on Tinder, for example, are Friday and Saturday night. And additionally, some of the best times to go out and try and find girls is on Friday and Saturday night in the bar when the bars are open, if they are open where you are, obviously COVID all that shit. So yeah, like you can usually find some way of getting new numbers and new leads on the Friday and Saturday nights if you get flaked on. That can be easily done. I reckon you should be boosting on Saturday and Friday anyway, every weekend, but definitely if you get flaked on and you've got nothing else to do, just hit it up again and get more numbers. Because you need like more and more, you just need loads of numbers in your life so that you have options in order to get abundance and get like, I don't know, not go crazy and have enough of your like dating life sorted. If you only have like one or two and they both flake, you're down to zero again. It's really quick. So yeah, focus on lead accumulation if you get flaked on and try and have something else to do. That's my real advice. My advice on flakiness. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Look out for the next video. Peace out.